If they shall bethink themselves, meaning remember who they are. Remember that you are not a so-called African American. Remember that you're not West Indian. Remember that you're not Haitian or Puerto Rican or Dominican.
Bring it out.
Remember that you're not an Indian. Because the word Indian is derived from a Latin word indios that means slave or servant. You take pride in calling yourself a slave and a servant. Dominican means loyal dog of God. That's also Latin. Domine means God. Canes means dog. You probably didn't know that. Haiti means hell.
Right.
African American is the name of two white men. Leo Scrippius Africanus and Americo Vespucci. Two Italian men. You cannot, being a black man, come from two white men.
Bring it out.
That's genetically impossible.
Right.
God did not ordain it to be that way. How y'all doing, brother? Brother, let me talk to you for a second if you don't mind. Talk to you for a second. How you doing, brother? What's your name? Louis? What's your name, sister? Aaliyah. Louis and Aaliyah. All right. What's your nationality? You Hispanic? What about you, sister?
Hispanic.
Both of y'all Hispanic. Your father's Hispanic?
Yeah.
So, on this side right here, you have all these that will be considered so-called Hispanic, right? Which one of these would your father be? Would he be so-called Puerto Rican, so-called Cuban, Dominican, Puerto Rican? All right. So, do you know what the word Puerto Rican means, brother? No. How about you, sister? You don't know. So you honestly don't know. That's cool. You humbling down. If I told you that it meant a port of riches, how would you feel? You don't know. Now, I'm looking at the both of y'all, right? You don't look like a port. To me, you know what a port is, right? A port is something that you dock ships to. You understand that? So now, how can both of you right now in front of me be a port of riches? You a man, she a woman, right? So you're not a port, right? So obviously, that's a lie. You can't be Puerto Rican, brother. According to the Bible, sister, brother, you are an Israelite from the tribe of Ephraim.
That's right.
The word Ephraim means fruitful. That was your nationality given to you by God. We lost that nationality because we broke God's commandments. We started worshiping other gods, not keeping God's commandments. And that's why that was allowed to happen to us. The reason we're in the condition we are here today can be Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. It's written in the Bible. What do you know about your history? Tell me. Huh? Not that much? Until you know something, you gotta know something. Nothing. And it's not your fault that you don't know nothing. Whose fault is it? It's the education system.
Right.
They ain't gonna teach you accurately about your history. They're not gonna tell you that this happened because you are the greatest thing on earth and you broke God's commandments.
That's right.
Tell the truth, brother.
They're not gonna tell you that you're the greatest thing on earth and the people that did this stuff to you that look like him know that according to the Bible, you're supposed to be ruling over him.
Right. That's right.
They're not gonna teach you that. So it's not your fault that you don't know nothing about this, but we're gonna show it to you in the Bible. You go to church? You do? Has your pastor ever taught you that you was an Israelite? Has your pastor ever taught you you were an Israelite? But we're gonna teach you today. We're gonna show you how, Brother Louis, that you are not a Puerto Rican, but you are an Israelite from the tribe of Ephraim. We're gonna show it to you out the Bible. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
but it shall come to pass.
Meaning future prophecy, brother. Something will happen, right? That's what it means, but it shall come to pass. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So, Lewis, if your forefathers, our forefathers did not listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, the voice of the Lord thy God is talking about this Bible, right? Because that's God's word. That's what the pastor's supposed to be bringing out in church, is he not? God's word. So if we don't listen to God's word, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
To take heed to what?
His commandments.
No, it says some of his commandments.
All his commandments.
No, a few of his commandments.
All his commandments.
You get to pick and choose what commandments you want to keep, right?
All his commandments.
So, because those people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, did not want to keep God's commandments, what would happen to us?
And his statutes, which I command you this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So it said all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Is a curse something good or bad? It's bad, right? It's evil. So a curse means evil punishments will happen to somebody. Who is that somebody that's being spoken to? Give me 27:1 to see who's being spoken to in the book of Deuteronomy. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 27 verse 1. And Moses with the elders of Israel.
The elders of who?
Israel.
The elders of who?
Israel.
So the Israelites are the ones being spoken to in the book of Deuteronomy. So now jump back to Deuteronomy 28. So now curses will come upon us and overtake us. Give me that sign right there. Curses. This is written in the Bible, brother. All the stuff that you see before you is written in the Bible. Give me verse 46. So now, what's the purpose for the Most High God putting these curses upon the Israelites? Let's see. Read.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
And they, meaning the curses, shall be upon thee for a sign. What is a sign used for, Brother Lewis? For example, what is that restaurant over there? How you know that's McDonald's? Because of the sign. So a sign is used to identify something, right? So these curses that we read about, that we are about to read about, will be for a sign for what? Read. Which one?
For a wonder.
For a wonder. Meaning, when you see these people and the condition that they're in, you're going to wonder why they're in that condition. It's these curses. Why they in that condition? Because they broke God's commandments. And we're going to read some of these curses to help you identify with these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that we are the Israelites. You understand? Give me verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another. That's not the one I want. Which one? Oh, here we go. Oh, both of them. You see him on an auction block? That's a child standing next to him. So, is not that brought the life out of this Bible as a curse? It said it happened. It said your sons and our daughters shall be given unto another people. Right? Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Eliza. Stop! Stop, you're wailing. You let yourself be overcome by sorrow, you will drown in it.
Have you stopped crying for your children? You make no sounds, but will you ever let them go in your heart?
They are as my flesh.
Then who is distressed? Do I upset the master and the mistress? Do you care less about my loss than their well-being?
Master Ford is a decent man.
He is a slaver.
Under the circumstances.
Under the circumstances, he's a slaver. But you truckle at his boot.
No.
You luxuriate in his favor.
I survive. I will not fall into despair. I will offer up my talents to Master Ford. I will keep myself hardy till freedom is opportune.
Oh, Ford is your opportunity? You think he does not know that you are more than you suggest? But he does nothing for you. Nothing. You are no better than prized livestock. Call for him. Call. Tell him of your previous circumstances and see what it earns you, Solomon. So you settle into your role as Platt then?
My back is thick with scars for protesting my freedom. Do not accuse me.
I accuse you of nothing. I cannot accuse. I have done dishonorable things to survive, and for all of them, I have ended up here. No better than if I had stood up for myself. God, forgive me. Solomon, let me weep for my children.
And now, when we was in slavery, could we stop this from happening? Could we stop this from happening? No, look at that. They couldn't stop that. They got overtaken. You see this picture right here? You see what this so-called white man is doing to this Indian baby? He about to slam him up against a rock. This happened to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians because we broke God's laws. So your child will be taken from you and you could do nothing about it. We just read that curse in the Bible. We know.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
And there shall be no might in our hands. So sister, if you had children, right? Back in slavery times, if a slave master wanted to buy your children from you, he was able to do that. There was nothing you could do to get your child back. You had no economic might. You couldn't buy them back. You had no military might. You damn sure couldn't fight back. And understand something. Let's hold this down for a second. You see these people on the side? Aren't these the most copied people on the earth? Everybody copies the style of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? If you start sagging your pants, other nations gonna sag their pants. You wear your hat backwards. If you had a hat on, everybody wanna wear their hat backwards. It just happens like that. If you wanna play basketball, they wanna play basketball. If you wanna make a rap song, they wanna make a rap song. You understand? So now, if we the greatest thing on this earth, how did this happen to us? Remember, verse 15 again. Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So how did this happen to us, bro? What? Why? What did the brother just read? We broke God's commandments, brother. That's why this happened to us. Because we broke God's commandments. Now, give me verse 48. Because I just came from the store, I see. Read that.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Now serve your friends.
Thine enemies.
So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Israelites, will have to serve their enemies, right? Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Which God sent against us, read.
In hunger.
In hunger. So now, Brother Lewis, Sister Aaliyah, when you hungry, where do you get your food from? All right. Who owns those stores and fast food restaurants? And who runs those paid corporations? Is it anybody on this side? You know. Do you come to me when you hungry? No. Do you come to any of these brothers that you see before you when you hungry? No. The owner of McDonald's is a so-called white man.
That's right.
The owner of KFC is a so-called white man.
That's right.
The owner of Shell, Walmart, Publix, Winn-Dixie, like you said, when you hungry, you go to these stores to get your food. So-called white man own these stores, bro. If you want some Chinese food, so-called Chinese man own that. Right? These corner stores in our communities, so-called Arabians, they own that, right? You don't go to your people when you're hungry.
Right.
If you do go to your people, he got a little grill down the street set up, right? Nah, that curse don't fit, right? Nah. That curse do fit. You wanna know why? Because where did he get that meat to barbecue?
That's right. Bring it up.
He got it from the stores. And who own those stores? So we gotta serve our enemies when we hungry, right? Just like in these times, bro. When we was hungry, we had to wait for him to feed us. You wanna know, we was on the schedule. You couldn't just say, oh, I'm hungry, master, can I eat now? No, you gonna eat when I tell you to eat. That's a curse. Why? Because we broke God's commandments. Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst. Whatever you got in that cup, right? You could have got it from a store like you said. But we could go to water. Your shower that you take at home, you pay OUC bills, right? You pay an OUC bill? No, you don't? Well, when you want to take a hot shower, somebody has to pay that OUC bill, correct? Who owns OUC? So, if you want water, you have to wait for the so-called white man, your enemy, like you said in the top of this verse, read.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, Brother Lewis, you gotta go. I understand, but you got a flyer, right? Did you get a flyer? Hey, somebody get this brother and this sister a flyer before they catch their bus. You got them? There you go, brother. Check that out, bro. Do your research, all right? All right, bro. And with that, I'll say shalom.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join Iuic will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join Iuic to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join Iuic channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.